Hey friends! As more and more people are starting to pick up on the travel fitness hoop trend, there's also the fact that travel fitness hoops are a little bit more difficult to disconnect. There's a couple reasons for this. The tubing is thicker, so that means it's a bigger push button and also deeper holes, so our fingers can't always push all the way down. Also, to have a fitness hoop, regardless of its weight, fit tightly, we make as tight of a connection as we can to make sure that you don't have weird wiggles in your hula hoop. So it is supposed to be tight. When I disconnect them, I use like the butt end of a permanent marker, so this end here. I take the hula hoop and squeeze it under one armpit, so I'm really holding on to it. Here's my connection right here. I use the butt end of the marker to push the button down, and as I do that, I'm going to use this other hand to twist that connecting piece. And so while this hand is pushing down and this hand twists, then I'm able to pull that apart because I've got everything else stuck. Not everyone has a permanent marker laying around. Those aren't necessarily always the best anyway. Depends on your size of marker. So here's a pen. Again, I've got this. So the push button is attached to this side. Push button's right here. I'm holding onto this connection of the hula hoop. I'm using my pen, pushing down the connector. I'm twisting it a little bit, which helps get the connector underneath the side of the plastic so that the button doesn't go back up. And then as soon as I've twisted it, I'm able to pull that apart. And ta-da, they're separate. And I do the same thing for the next one. Pushing down, twisting, pulling away. So yes, it's supposed to be not necessarily easy. If they're easy to come apart, that probably means we didn't make your hoop very well. Biggest challenge of having a travel fitness hoop is having something that wiggles while you're hula hooping, and you don't want a wiggly, heavy hula hoop. So yes, it will be a tight connection, finding just whatever little tools you have around to push the buttons in, but it is true, your fingers are not going to be able to push the buttons in themselves. Maybe, but it's going to be tough, and it'll probably be sore after a while. And you probably have really strong joints if you're pulling it off. Once in a while I can get it, but usually I have to use one of these. So I love my travel fitness hoops. I take them everywhere with me, and it's nice because they fit in my backpack. They've flown overseas, and that's how I got all my hula hoops to Taiwan. But it definitely takes a couple little rounds of practice to be able to get them out. I do test all the ones I make before I send them, so it should work. It just might take a couple trial and errors. So thank you for taking your hula hoop on journeys with you. I'm sure the hula hoop is extra happy to get to go on some good adventures and not have to sit at home. And if you're interested in travel fitness hoops, we can make you some. And I can custom make and design whatever it is you need for size or colors, so reach out to us. I'm Katie Pinto with Pinto Bella Hoops and the Spinsters. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.